Agathos is the home known to the fellow artists under SMU Entertainment Rubies, Lua, Pixelus, Exilier, Chromatic, Auditrix, Clients, etc. Agathos, the perfect world, is a peaceful and loving home where all good things happen until the evils, also known as alter ego, arrive. What is an alter ego? An alter ego is an alternative self that is distinct from a person's normal or true original personality. In order to find the real, you must find out who the alter egos are. As we all know, Rubies is SMU's first ever groups, which means they're the origin of Agathos. From their magical concept we see that Rubies hold different magical powers such as telekinesis, ability to change time, teleportation, etc. We see a lot of these powers in their releases that show their magical concept, such as Dreams Come True, and Save Me Save You. But the alter egos is yet to be found in Rubies, as no significant sign of any alter egos are found. But we must remember to keep in mind that their debut song, Deja Vu, shows us an insight of Rubies supposedly in battle with someone. In the scene where Sujin is pointing the sword to someone we don't recognize is in control, the next scene shows us a flashback of Sujin smiling, at which seems to be Kimmy from Pixelus, and next thing we know it, Kimmy is now in control and seated at the end of the MV. But why was Kimmy there? Wrong. That in fact was none other than Kimmy's alter ego. Pixelus didn't exist until 3 years after, so it doesn't make sense to why Kimmy would be there. That will sadly remain as a mystery for now. Back to the MV of Deja Vu, we can see there is supposedly a funeral. There are two people who lay in that coffin, Sujin and Kimmy, the alter ego, but which is true? The reason we see two of them laying in the coffin is because somebody has been trying to going back into time. But why? Towards the end of the MV of Deja Vu we see Sujin has fallen, and as the lyrics follows of Deja Vu, I'm saved now, and as though every moment was a dream, what was Sujin saved from? Was she trying to save herself, or was she trying to save Kimmy? Notice how in both Deja Vu and Dilemma two members are falling from above. Sujin and so on. In this case, Deja Vu and Dilemma play a part in this, as Deja Vu is experiencing the present situation and Dilemma is making a difficult choice between two or more alternatives, resulting in Sujin having to save herself over Kimmy in Deja Vu. Though we do not get a lot of background on Lua, we cannot deny she does play a significant part in the lore. Perhaps could she be a villain? The hero or the mastermind behind all of the alter egos? That we do not know yet. In the releases of Lua's songs we see that 28 Reasons is very different to her other songs. Let's do a deep dive into two of her songs, 28 Reasons and Bird. In 28 Reasons we see that Lua is quite passive-aggressive. She mentions she has 28 reasons to ruin someone, but who? Take a look at Bird, where she mentions that she'll be free like a bird. Didn't get the hint yet? In 28 Reasons Lua is battling against herself. Both Lua and her alter ego are present in this song. Alter ego Lua has 28 reasons against Lua. This is a manipulative and mischief tactic in order for alter ego Lua to stay in control over Lua, but she fights back by saying, I will show you heaven, I'm not the devil. This is Lua's way of trying to persuade herself out of alter ego's Lua's control. In the end she fails to take control and free herself, with the last few lines being I'm your light and darkness. And it finishes there. In the MV of Bird we once again see that Lua is battling against herself, when alter ego Lua throws arrows against Lua in attempt to break free from the cage. We should also notice the usage of moons in both Rubies' and Lua's MVs. Moons are an important factor in the world of Agathos, so remember that. Coming back to the MV of Bird, we can see the heart trapped and frozen, the moon shattering and Lua, what seems to be surrounded by the different voids of worlds, and that is the end of Bird. In their debut on V11 we are introduced to Pixelis, but we aren't very sure of their relevance in Agathos, but the impression we get is that Pixelis are a bunch of girls who love dancing, and later in the MV we learn that the girls are alluded to a long dream. This room is a small heaven, and they dance heartily to the point they get dizzy. This could be a tactic of an alter ego playing a tune to take control of the girls, similarly to how Lua's alter ego tried to take control over her by manipulating her. At the end of the MV the lyrics as follows mentions, "The reflection of me in those eyes, I fell in love." I believe that this is like when Eve had taken a bite of the forbidden fruit after being tricked by the devil. Pixelis similarly were tricked by an alter ego into dancing the tune they were playing, having them eat the forbidden fruit and causing chaos. Feel My Rhythm and Dice aren't remotely important in this storyline, so I won't touch on them too much, but one thing to notice is that in Feel My Rhythm we notice that Kimmy is acting a bit cold, and in the end of Pixelis' trailer The Rules of Pix and Mix, Kimmy turns into a cat. This shows us that for a while now Kimmy's alter ego has been with us. In Girls and Wonderland things start to get very serious as Pixelis are now in battle with the mastermind of the alter egos. We don't know who is the mastermind, but all we know as of now they are associated with snakes, and like I said for 11 in Adam and Eve, the snake tricks Eve into eating the forbidden fruit. Back to Girls, the following lyrics, "Isolate you and me so that we can't see ahead." This could mean a whole different things, but for the sake of the storyline I believe that this could possibly mean isolating oneself and their alter ego preparing for a bigger and worse battle. In the end of Girls we see Jaein with a sword destroying the heart of the mastermind behind the alter egos, or so we thought. We still don't know who at the end has fallen, but all we know is that it wasn't the mastermind. In Wonderland the girls struggle to continue the battle and hear a melody they cannot get rid out of their heads. This next thing I mention plays an important factor of this story. If you look at the lyrics of Wonderland you'll know that there's a lyric which says, "In a dream, I saw déjà vu, clearly felt warmth," and who else had felt déjà vu? Suitin from Rubies. What's happening now could be the fabricated memories are now once again reappearing. But why? Exilier debuted with the Steelers, showing us their rebellious and powerful side. One thing to note that it has been mentioned that Exilier have alter egos called Axelier. In S-Class, Exilier seem to be in the real world, Earth, and not in Agathos, but this could be because of the failed mission in defeating the mastermind, which we call Ray Call in S-Class. Exilier sing about being different from the classes, making them S-Class. It's important to notice that this is Exilier and not Axelier. Moving on to Gorilla, we see at the start of the MVQ removes the mask and stands next to a speaker, then the song starts. We can tell from the MV and song Exilier are in battle with their alter egos Axelier. As we dive further into the MV there are many speakers around the city and TVs are noticed a lot too. This is because Ray Call is watching them closely. By now Exilier are in full battle with Axelier, but fail to succeed and it's radio silent. Moving on to their recent releases Doom and Crazy Form. The opening lyric of Doom is a fall as the light in my heart has gone all dry. Reflected in the broken mirror, Exilier are now trapped in another world and Axelier now have full control. Exilier go on to talk about Heaven's Door. Who first mentioned heaven? Lua's alter ego. This could mean that Lua's alter ego is the one behind everything, and trapping Exilier, but for what? In the last minute of the MV Doom we see Doing is surrounded by people and is seemingly scared. Could this also be a sign of the memories getting fabricated, the fear of being unable to escape? That is a question we still have yet to answer. At the last scene we see Exilier finally break through the crowd and make their way to escape, marking them as the first one to have succeeded in defeating their alter egos. Note this doesn't mean that their alter egos are gone, they're still lurking. Now in Crazy Form we see the rebellious side of Exilier once again. Here they're getting more crazier and powerful. The lyrics "Can't you see, I'm a warning sign now. Sing along, this is Excelier's way to prove that now they are in control, and are using the same tactic used on Pixels to hypnotize their alter ego into dancing along to the tune of their song and drum. At the end of the MV of Crazy Form we see that the moon has now turned red, but we also see a blue bird fly away from the broken hourglass. From analyzing all MVs we notice elements of moons, birds, tunes, heaven and butterflies. The butterfly appears a lot in Ruby's concept. Bluebirds are significantly known for meaning hope, love, positivity and renewal, while a butterfly symbolizes transformation, hope and rebirth. I hope you enjoyed this short introduction of the world of Agathos, hopefully with the group's future releases including Chromatic, Auditrix, Billions, Celeris etc. I hope to unravel more of the lore. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.